Hello everyone, viewers, and after half a decade, Roblox has released a new egg hunt event in the form of the hatch. And this was not what I asked for. Yeah, spoilers, this isn't the 2018 egg hunt style event that we had hoped for, but it's something entirely new. Which is good in hindsight, but I'll get more into that as the video goes on. So without further ado, let's begin with the pre-hatch, or incubation. So before the hatch, there were various controversies such as the amount of games that are going to participate, which ranged from 500 to 1,000, and apparently the use of AI generated eggs, which is also something that stirred up the community. The main elephant in the room was the whole Teggy saga, which as a result caused many popular Roblox games to opt out of the event. I recommend watching Green Lego Cat's video on that topic. He does a great job and really goes into depth with the whole situation. The main consensus is that this caused much hatred and mistrust towards Roblox and the event before it even came out. So the event begins when you enter the boat, which leads you to the Shifting Shores port, which is where the hunt begins. So there's 10 different locations which are element related, in which you need to collect 10 eggs in order to unlock the main egg item. And yes, there are multiple games for each locations where you need to collect these eggs. You can also collect these eggs within the bottoms, but these are in specific locations and they have a spawn cooldown. The event is relatively simple for the most part, and it wasn't this overly complicated mess that the leaks were telling us. It honestly could have been much worse. What isn't the worst thing in the hatch is the map design and the hub. Roblox has been doing a great job recently with the hub designs, and the hatch is no exception. The map design is somewhat reminiscent of the 2018-19 egg hunt maps while having its own unique charm to it, which in this case is a summer theme. The UI is also pretty good, and I'm glad that they added small quality of life additions like trading and merging duplicate eggs. Yes, you can get duplicate eggs, which is something that I find a bit unnecessary to add, but it isn't too much of a problem since they added trading and merging. I actually completed this event 3 days after it started, which is honestly a pretty good feat on my end, but at the same time it felt pretty concerning for this event. Apparently Roblox did attempt to make each game follow a set time that you're allowed to obtain the eggs, which is like 2 or 3 minutes. Hopefully Roblox can find their sweet spot with making games objectives more enjoyable while being less tedious. So for the games, since most of the good games opted out, you're left with the average to really low tier games. And I mean bottom tier. Don't get me wrong, there are still some good games that are in the event, but due to how the event works, you're gonna be there for like barely 5 minutes. Roblox has gone so low with the game selections, like Spider-Man Simulator makes an appearance. I covered that game almost 6 years ago and now I'm playing that game again. Also, just want to let you guys know that absolutely nothing changed about that game. There are also many repeats of certain games and just the Roblox Studio default town being here. At that point, just invite me into the event. Like, here's one of my games that I made a couple years back. In my The Hunt Mega Edition review, I suggested a couple games that they should add, and only one of the games got added, which was Dead Rails. I mean, at least I got one. Also, shoutouts to Demonfall and Demon Slayer in general. Roughly 4 or 5 Demon Slayer games got added, so that's pretty cool. I wasn't a big fan of how directionless or straight in your face some of these objectives are. Some games you have no idea what you're doing and have to rely on YouTube tutorials. They did try to fix this by adding hints in the corner, but not every game has this. Most games, however, just have the egg sitting near you where you will go and collect it. It's straightforward and feels very underwhelming. I watched Violet Evergarden while collecting the eggs, and I find that more enjoyable than the actual task itself. I'm just gonna let you guys know that the eggs featured in this event also have an alternative item which occurs when the eggs hatch, which is honestly super creative on Roblox's part. For our first egg, we got the egg of Infinite Nexus, which is obtainable from the connection biome. The egg looks okay, it doesn't really scream anything and looks like the flash speed after effect. The hatch item on the other hand, the festive Frittata boombox, is pretty cool. It is a radio item that is a shoulder item. I'm glad that they decided to make this a shoulder item instead of a back item. For our second egg, we have the egg of Blinding Corona. And no, we're not talking about that Corona. This egg is obtainable from the light biome. The egg looks alright. I don't really have anything else to say about it. The hatched item, Beaked Benedict Hat, looks really good and it fits with a summer theme. For our third egg, we have the egg of Grasping Dark, which is obtainable from the darkness biome. This egg is literally just a black egg, very bland and boring, but hey, at least it fits with the name. The hatched item, Eglodon Tail, is a very unique item as it looks like someone took a shark and sliced it in half. But it is a back accessory, so go swim, I guess. What am I supposed to say here? For our fourth egg, we have the egg of Ragnarok, which is obtainable from the fire biome. It's a cool egg with a cool name. I like the texture that they use, or AI used. I don't know anymore. The hatched item Deviled Egg Horns is definitely up there as one of my favorites. It's literally just a cracked egg as a horn. For our fifth egg, we have the egg of Unyielding Monolith, which is obtainable from the earth biome. It's the tree egg. As for the hatched item, we have the Intrepid Adventurer's Belt. It looks nice. I could see myself using this to make an Usopp outfit. For our sixth egg, we have the egg of Churning Maelstrom, which is obtainable from the water biome. It's a blue egg, at least it has like wave-like textures with it. The hatched item, Aquarium Backpack, is a really good looking egg item. If it was an egg item. It's a backpack item as you've guessed from the name, and it looks good for a backpack. For our 7th egg, we have the egg of the runaway supernova, which is obtainable from the energy biome. The egg looks cool, it has a lightning-like effect. The hatched item, Yoked Energy Wings, is honestly one of the best items in the event. The color scheme is amazing, and the way the wings energizes the egg in the middle is such a creative design choice. For the 8th egg, we have the egg of Tempest Fugit, which is obtainable from the time biome. This looks like a sand egg. The hatched item, Eternal Halo, is a really cool item. It fits with the biome and has a nice design. For our 9th egg, we have the egg of Absolute Zero, which is obtainable from the ice biome. This egg looks like an ice egg. It's pretty cool, I like it. The hatched variant, Staff of Frozen Custard, is my favorite item in the event. The fact that the egg on the staff breaks revealing a snowflake is a really nice design choice. And the egg itself reminds me of one of those dragon egg toys that you'll find at Ross way back in 2014. And finally, for our last egg, we have the egg of Cyclone's Eye, which is obtainable from the air biome. This egg looks like a sheep's wool just jumbled up to look like an egg. The hatched item, Sunnyside Aura, is a nice item. It's basically a cloud made out of eggs. I like the little air egg balloons that they added. After collecting all the eggs, you will get the Collector's Basket of Glory, which is a pretty cool finale item. I would prefer a Fabergé, but this is a welcome addition. Also, I kind of wish the eggs in the basket are the actual eggs instead of whatever this is. The only traditional eggs in this event is the Prismatic Egg and the Flared Up Geode. The Prismatic Egg is obtainable by completing every single quest in the game. Everything. Roblox did a good job with helping the players complete this event with the addition of egg drops, and honestly, without their help, I would probably pass on this egg. The egg itself looks really good. I really like how the egg is cracking with the colors of the biome exposed. The second and unfortunately last traditional egg, the Flare Up Geode, is simply obtainable from making contact with the egg at the meteor area. And the egg itself looks really nice. It's basically a meteor flying down as an egg. For our next 2 items, they're obtainable from a special quest. First, we have the Eccentric Elementalist hat, and it looks really cool. I just don't like how the hat is tilted at an angle, but that can be fixed on mobile with the whole item position feature. Our next item, Temporal Flux Core, is obtainable from finding the egg when it jumps around. It's relatively simple and the egg looks pretty cool. The next egg, the Wing of Winter Wind, is obtainable the same way, just make contact with the egg when it jumps around. The egg looks cool. I like how the wing is sticking out of the egg as if it's hatching. Okay, now we're just gonna talk about the miscellaneous items. The Cone of Connection is obtainable from inviting 5 of your friends. This item looks nice, it kinda acts as an ice cream sword. And next we have the 3 launcher eggs. They're nice, my favorite being the influencer egg. In conclusion, Roblox The Hatch is pretty much the most disliked Roblox event in the 2020s, both literally and figuratively. I feel like they had the foundations to make a good egg hunt event, but they tried to make it like this big grand event with all these games participating. It really just ended up being a huge disappointment. Not to mention all the controversy occurring beforehand. If I had to describe this event with an analogy, it's kind of like if you grab Excursion, which is Egg Hunt 2018. It's a beloved event and is regarded as the best egg hunt. And then you grab a Paddlefish, which is Egg Hunt 2019. It's a below average egg hunt that tries to expand Egg Hunt 2015, but it doesn't really work out. Now, if you infuse these two together, you get this turtlefish, or in this case, the hatch. It has elements of Egg Hunt 2018, but also has Egg Hunt 2019 as well, and it's something that people don't want. The prizes are good though, assuming they're not AI generated. So for Roblox The Hatch, I'll give it a generous 5.3 out of 10. I would say that this event is slightly better than 2020, but that's not really a high bar to achieve. I did rate Egg Hunt 2020 a 6.5 out of 10, but my rating system has since changed. A 6.5 in 2020 would be equivalent to a 4 out of 10 in today's economy. Jokes aside, I really hope Roblox takes this event as a learning opportunity to improve their future events or egg hunts. And hopefully they listen to what the community wants. Or they can just take this as a massive loss and not do an egg hunt again for another 5 years. Anyways, what are your thoughts on Roblox The Hatch, and is this your first egg hunt? Let me know in the comments below, because my first egg hunt was Egg Hunt 2019. And you know what, if this video gets 15 likes, I'll unprivate my Egg Hunt 2019 review. And yeah, that's all for this video. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Hello viewers, and Roblox has released a new event in the form of Egg Hunt The Great Yolk Tales. And just from the game alone, I can definitely say that this event is definitely a step up from Egg Hunt 2017. So without further ado, let's begin.